Take a look at what we expect for the month of August. It's the first, so we'd like to take a look at what we have during a typical month of August. It's our second hottest month of the year, but our temperatures do back off slightly over the next 31 days. Average high goes from 90 to 86, average low from 70 to 67. This is the beginning of the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. Statistically, it's around September 10th that we hit that top of the mountain, but August and September and October are the three busiest months. We lose almost an hour of daylight, especially in the evenings. Our sunset times are going to be well before 8 o'clock by the time we hit the end of August. Speaking of the tropics, let's take a look at what's happening out there. We're going to pan far off to our southeast to this system that still isn't very well organized, making its way through the Bahamas, spreading some disorganized showers and thunderstorms through the Bahamas towards Miami, and some of that moisture even associated making its way farther up the Florida coast. As it moves along the coast, it's going to continue curving basically parallel to the southeastern U.S. coast, and there's only a 10% chance that it develops into a tropical depression. That's the estimate from the National Hurricane Center. It's going to help to feed some moisture towards us as we head into the next couple of days and enhance our shower and thunderstorm chances. But in terms of any direct tropical impact, that does not look likely. This one has a better chance of getting its act together, but it is way out there in the Atlantic Ocean. It's in the middle of nowhere. 70% chance over the next 5 days that it organizes into at least a tropical depression as it tracks farther into the Atlantic and eventually gets closer to the Windward Islands, the chain of islands that marks the entrance to the Caribbean. We'll keep an eye on it. This one is still far out there, and the really long-range model data shows it also curving away from the east coast of the U.S. But we'll keep you updated. It's August after all, and we're getting to that time of year. Let's take a look at what's happening right now. The short version is, well, not much in our neck of the woods. Some thunder showers firing up closer to the coast. Some more thunderstorms getting going out to our west. It'll be our turn as we head into the afternoon. We'll switch over to the future radar, and it shows those storms just popping up as we head towards mid-afternoon. The best chance will be late this afternoon and then continuing into this evening. It's going to be hit or miss activity. Where it rains, it'll rain hard. You'll have some frequent cloud ground lightning to worry about, but our severe potential is going to remain low. This forecast model really quiets things down. After the sun goes down, there are others that wait until about midnight or a little bit after to kind of reduce those rain chances. So we'll keep that 50-50 rain chance going until about midnight. We haven't seen any rain so far, just a little bit of cloud cover to start the day. The August sunshine burned on through that. We have seen plenty of hazy sunshine since then. The last few frames here of the time lapse over the past couple hours show those clouds beginning to bubble up, and these are the ones that are going to grow into those full-fledged showers and thunderstorms. 86 right now in the triangle. Other temperatures mostly mid to upper 80s and even low 90s. 92 Cary, 90 on the nose in Chapel Hill. You're at 91 degrees already in Holly Springs, and we'll be in the upper 80s once we get that 1 o'clock update in Raleigh officially. 89 Fayetteville, up to 94 already in Grays Creek. Temperatures go up, rain chances go up. Low 90s for highs before the best chance of rain develops. Then we get some rain-cooled air, or at least we get some shade from the August sunshine. Temperatures tonight don't drop that much, only down to about 70 degrees. We only warm up to the mid-80s tomorrow. Some lingering cloud cover will kind of put the brakes on the warm-up for the next couple of days, but it's still going to be really muggy, not comfortable at all. Temperatures do return to around 90 degrees once our rain chances diminish, but that's not going to happen until the middle of next week. So in the meantime, there's a potential picking up 2 to 3 inches of total rainfall, and if it falls in a short period of time all in one spot, that could cause some localized flooding problems. That's what we'll really be on the lookout for the next few days.